Hello, just show me how to make folders. So today we're going to work in Windows 10, making folders. What I recommend is that you kind of sketch out a little bit of an outline of how you want your folders to be so that it makes sense to you. Windows automatically creates a folder for pictures. So that's there already, but we need to create these others. All right. Now I'm going to work in this blank folder. We'll create them within here, just so you see how the process works. But you would traditionally do that in documents. So long story short, up here, this icon here is the create new folder. So I'm actually going to create 3 folders because we're going to create a folder for each of the things that we've said over here on our spreadsheet. Family, business, and church. All right, now you'll notice that they automatically label them new folder and then new folder 2 and new folder 3. So we're now going to go and label these what we want them to be from here. The way you do it is there's a couple different ways, but one is we'll click and then we'll click again. And when we do that, you see how it's blue? So the text is blue. That means as soon as I start typing, it's going to get rid of the words new folder and put in whatever I type. So family. All right, and then I can hit enter. All right. And so now that folder is called family. Now there's another way. Instead of clicking, not double clicking, but clicking twice with a gap between is what I did a second ago. I'll do that one more time. So I clicked to select, and then I clicked again, and that opens up and allows me to rename it, and we'll call it business. Hitting enter. All right. Now this time I'll do it a different way because not everybody has the timing correct of how to double click, but not double click, because it's a clicking twice with a gap in between. That's what that is. So another way to do it is, remember how I said the right click on a mouse is the options. The left click on the mouse is a select. So we're going to do the right click. And if our mouse is over this new folder 3 and we right click, notice it gives me options of opening, etc. But one of them down here at the bottom is rename. So I'm going to select that with my left click. And look, it does the exact same thing. And so I'll write church in there and then hit enter. And so now we've got our 3. And notice they're in alphabetical order. All right, that's kind of the standard. But you know what? Sometimes I have a particular folder that I always want at the top. So there's a slick way to accomplish that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on family, and then I'm going to right click, which gets me to the rename. And then remember, if I type anything right now, I get rid of the words family. So I want to click in there so that it's not highlighted blue anymore. And then I'm going to use my back arrow, and I'm going to do a 0, 1, and space. And then I'll click out or hit enter. And so that would actually keep family up at the top always. That'll always sort according to that now, and that will be at the top. And then it'll come alphabetical after that. Now you might ask, well, why did I write 0, 1? Why didn't I just write 1? Well, I could have, and it would work until I had 10 folders. Because at the point you have 10 folders, now it is confused as to which one should be at the top. So if you do 0, 1, 0, 2, etc., then that will not be a problem when you get to 10. All right, so now we've created these. Now just for fun, let's click inside of family. And now we're inside, but notice it's blank. There's nothing in here yet. So let's just pretend we're gonna create 3 more folders, all right? And let's just pretend we will, again, I'm gonna click and then click again. And I'm gonna write wife's family. All right, I could have put an apostrophe S, but not necessary. These are my folders. I can call them anything I want. My family. And then let's just, I'm gonna show you that other way. I'm right clicking, which gives me the rename button, and I'll write extended. So by doing this, now I have kind of my chart of how I want to do my folders. And these are in alphabetical order. Just as a little side note, you see this bar here where it says name? If I click on it, it inverts the order alphabetically. So now W is first. If I hit again, now A to Z. Hit it again, Z to A. What's also kind of handy is, you notice here this date modified? Right now I've created them all at the same time, so that won't help me. But if I've modified one sooner than the others and I click by date modified, it will actually bring the one that's most recent to the top. So that's a really handy little tool there, date modified. I would show that to you. Maybe I could do it with pictures. How about that? So I'm going to go, you see how pictures is a pre-created folder over here. And so I'm going to go to pictures. Here's another little tip. I am going to go to view and I'm going to go to details. You see that? All right. By clicking view and going to details, it doesn't show me the actual pictures. And you may say, well, I like seeing the actual pictures. It's easier for me to pick. And that's true. However, this is easier in terms of sorting by the oldest to the newest. So this folder was created in May of this year. And if I cursor down, this folder was created in November of 19. And then, of course, all of these pictures are in order based on when they were taken, back to 07. You see that? And so that is a very handy thing. And the way I got to that was up at the top. I went to view and I clicked details. Just as a little side note, you could pick large icons, medium icons, or extra large icons, or list. But I like details because it allows me to sort by the date. Modified is probably the best way to say it. All right, so going back to my folder, I had gone to this one is where we had created our 3 family, business, and church. And in family, I had created 3 more. So I've got subfolders. So think of it in terms of a filing cabinet where you have 3 different drawers. So I'm going up 1 level, by the way. Did you see how I did that? I'm going to go up 1 level here. And now I'm going to go down 1 level. And I'm going to go down 1 level. Let me do it again. So I'm in family, but I'm going to go to the level above it and the level above it. There's another way to accomplish that. Let me do it again. I'm going to use this arrow. You see this? This arrow will take me up 1 level. So there's several different ways to accomplish the same thing. All right. We'll find ourselves back in here. Okay. Now, this was how to create some folders. I was explaining to you the fact that it's kind of like a filing cabinet with 3 drawers. And then within that drawer, so 3 drawers, and then within that drawer, there's 3 folders. And then within those folders, there would be multiple files, however many you put in there. So there's a quick lesson on how to create folders. Thanks so much for joining me, and I wish you a very good evening, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.